afternoon, back again, 30th of June, 2024. Like I said, I went to Goldthorpe yesterday afternoon, watched John Dunn. Went to Mansfield in the evening. I knew John Dunn were going to be there. It was only me, him, and Beverly, who was John's missus, were there from what at Goldthorpe. And John was speaking again. And the good thing about John, who I've now made a honorary Yorkshireman, being as he resides in Yorkshire, he just his speech to crowd. And because he got a good crowd, he had a good crowd at Goldthorpe, but he had a better one in Nottingham. And he did not let them down. And he did not let himself down. And he did not let me down. And he knocked the ball straight out of the park, as I know he would. So here's John again.
Crave your indulgence a minute. I've got an announcement before I speak. Earlier today, I did another meeting in Goldthorpe. You know, the town forever immortalised for showing what we miners thought of Thatcher when they burnt her effigy. I spoke alongside our great leader, Arthur Scargill, and when it was mentioned that I was coming here this evening, they insisted that I send solidarity greetings and total support for the best trade unionist this country has ever seen, the striking Notts miners. And can I thank the Notts ex and retired members for this do and for inviting me, and also for accepting me into membership. There are many places that don't want me. The Labour Party, for one, who threw me out after 51 years of membership. But I'm proud to stand here. I'm honoured to stand amongst great comrades. And in that respect, I think I'm lucky. You know, it was a hard, bitter year that we fought. I was a Derbyshire miner during that strike. You know who we were, the better looking, more sophisticated ones. And I've got fond memories of trying to get through into Nottinghamshire. All those back roads that we knew from Claycross that somebody seemed to have told the police about. I've got less fond memories of having my head smashed in at Cresswell Colliery. But you know, comrades, like you, I'd do it all again at the drop of a hat. And I disagree with Chris on one point. I think we do celebrate our strike, because think about it. For a whole year, we stood against the might of the state. We had brutality that had never been seen on the mainland of Britain before. We had our heads smashed in. We had our bones broken. We were framed. We were imprisoned. The courts were rigged, and we stood tall, never bowed, and never flinched, and none more so than you Notts solids. And so I'm lucky to be a member of the All Grief Truth and Justice campaign. And we've obviously had a little bit of success. We're in the manifesto of the party that I now refer to as formerly known as Labour. But I worry a little bit because there's a word in there, investigation or inquiry. Our campaign is not stopping. We're insisting on a full independent inquiry like the Hillsborough heroes obtained. We want the truth out, not not just about what happened on that fateful day, but what happened every day throughout that strike. What we saw in all our communities, what we witnessed and what we experienced. And I'd love to see the records of what happened to me, because I've sent a Freedom of Information request off and I got a reply back along with the 10 quid that you send. No record of ever being arrested. Well, tell me how I got my head smashed in and why I stand here today with 2 criminal records. Tell me how that happens when you're not arrested. I'd like to clear my name. Unfortunately, the government have locked files away until 2071. I'll be 119 years old. It's going to be a lot of healthy eating, comrades. But I hope that my grandchildren at least get to see that we weren't criminals, that we weren't the enemy within, that we fought the most honourable battle that this country has ever seen. All we wanted was the right to work. For wanting that right, we were demonised. We were called the enemy within. I'm still the enemy within. I'm proud of it, because we fought Thatcher, and let's face it, we've got to celebrate, because we're still here and she's dead. The so-called Iron Lady is a pile of rust. And I think it's important that we take note of that, because we could say we live in dark times. It's already been mentioned. The worst anti-trade union laws in Europe. We've got a government that have passed a law that says if you go on a demo and make a noise, you can be arrested. There's no bleeding hope for me, is there? They even have the audacity to say that people who are marching on the streets to stop the murder of innocent citizens in Gaza, to stop that genocide, they call them hate marchers. And unfortunately, they're propped up by Keir Starmer as well. And yes, I will criticise that party. We need somebody that represents our class. We need somebody that understands that it's not about growth. This myth that if we grow the economy, some of it will trickle back down and the rich will give us a few crumbs off their tables. They've never given us anything, comrades. We've had to fight for it. We've had to take it, and we can't let them take it back from us. So, my brief message tonight is there are more battles to come. It doesn't matter which part of the political elite are in so-called power. Power is in the hands of what is known, what Ken Loach referred to as the ruling class. And they will rule us with an iron fist, just like they did 40 years ago. We've had 14 years of enforced poverty. In Britain, supposedly a rich country, homelessness, people at food banks, more food banks in Britain than outlets of McDonald's. At least they're getting better food. We've got an apartheid regime in Israel bombing the hell out of those citizens of Gaza. We've got to fight for them. On all our banners, we have the inscriptions, peace and socialism. Comrades, that's our aim. We've got to fight back. We've got to continue fighting. And so all I'd say is get those picketing boots out again. Polish them well. Get ready for the next fights, comrades. And let's make damn sure that next time we win. Solidarity.
Get my speech short. I give John 5 minutes, that always to John. Just for speaking at our audience.